Hi everyone, I'm Ellen. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I wanted to talk about some designer fragrances that I would recommend for Christmas because I think they smell very festive and very seasonally appropriate. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, maybe you could still, try these scents out if you want to feel like nice and cozy and like festive in your home. I want to preface this video though by saying that a lot of these scents may be like rare or discontinued, so I really apologize for that, but I just wanted to share these things that I love with you. So maybe just like kick back and relax, and maybe if you do own these scents, you can go rewear them again if you haven't worn them in a long time. So I'll just get started. The very first scent that I want to recommend is this one. Unfortunately, I know for sure this is discontinued. This is Angel Muse by Thierry Mugler, or sorry, I think this was released under L'Oreal when they were Mugler already. So I know in my previous video, I recommended Angel as one of those like non-Christmassy scents that you could wear in the winter. Definitely think Angel Muse has a sort of festive edge over the regular Angel, just because it has that sort of like cocoa Nutella chocolate thing going on at the top that just really makes it nice for this season. It still has that base of red berries and patchouli that I smell, but it just has that little thing on the top that I really love. And I remember wearing this for Christmas probably like 6 years ago or something, and like that memory has still stuck with me. It smells so good, so if you can find this, I would recommend you check it out. Next I have this scent. It is called Silk Way by Ted Lapidus. I don't think I've ever heard anyone talk about this scent. This is an incense and vanilla and cinnamon scent. I think it kind of smells like a rice pudding, or maybe like a lukewarm horchata. It really does have like a sort of gourmand edge without being overtly gourmand in my opinion, just because it's not super sweet. The incense in here is not like a church incense. It's more like a warm and sort of dusty, smoky incense that I really enjoy. In the past, I think I mentioned that I sort of struggle with the church type incense, and this one is an incense that I'm more familiar with. This one, the performance isn't that great. It sits a bit more close to the skin and it doesn't last super long. It's definitely not a beast, but I would recommend it for just lounging around in your home if you want to feel very festive. It won't stand up to the cold, but it makes you smell nice and warm and cozy. So check this out if you can. I don't know how widely available this is. I think I've seen it on the internet before, so I don't know where you could sample it, but it's like a more affordable option, but it's not very sweet, so just remember that. And I think actually it has a little bit of like a lotion-y quality. Like if you've ever smelled Amour by Kenzo, it kind of smells a bit like that, but more spicy, and the spices in here are pretty dry, and it smells also a little bit like Dior Addict, the original Dior Addict. And I mentioned that because I also wanted to recommend Dior Addict to you guys. This is my original precious 2002 release of Dior Addict. It smells so good. It is a white floral vanilla. It is like dark and sexy, but it still smells very warm and inviting. This is one of those scents that I really easily formed a scent memory with. I wore it out for a few parties during Christmas time, and it sort of just feels like Christmas, even though it doesn't have any of the spices that you would expect in a Christmassy fragrance. I just think the scent is such a standout, and it's so just beautiful and inviting, but still very grown up, and it's not too sweet, so it really like sticks out in my memory, and I always think of this when I think of Christmas. So this is an excellent one to wear, out to a party, especially if you don't want to blend in with all the Christmas smells, because I think In my opinion, you know, if you wear a scent that kind of smells like a Christmas candle, like, yeah, it smells Christmassy, but then you're just gonna smell like the candle. And if that's burning in someone's home, you're just gonna smell like that. And maybe you want to smell like something different, so you wear something like this, right? The newest formulation that they have on shelves right now, I actually don't really like it. There's something in the dry down that is just very scratchy and synthetic that I don't like. So for that reason, like, if you can hunt down a vintage bottle, definitely do it. But if you can't, I would suggest testing what is in stores right now first before you purchase anything. I don't know if Sephora does like perfume samples anymore, but you can definitely just like go in and like douse yourself and walk out, and then you'll be able to figure out if you like it or not. Next, another one from Dior. This is actually from their men's line. This is Dior Homme Intense. This smells so good. This smells so luxurious. This smells like you are the king at a Christmas party. It is a sort of like woody style scent, but it is basically like an iris that goes into like a sort of leathery direction. It is a little bit makeup-y. I think it also has vanilla in it. I always forget like which ones do and which ones don't because they all smell so smooth. This one, the projection and longevity are fantastic. I love wearing it in the cold, and it is a men's scent, but whatever. Like, I'm a huge iris fan, so I'll wear it. It smells like a little bit suede-y, like vanilla. It just smells so good, so fantastic for a Christmas party where you want to impress people with like your outfit and your scent. And I love to smell this on a man, and I also love to wear it myself. If you cannot find a bottle of Dior Homme Intense, I'm not sure if they produce this or not still. I think they do. They have Dior Homme Parfum, and then they have like the original Dior Homme, and they have like the 2020 reformulation, which was really not my cup of tea. I love everything else from this line except for that time they reformulated. It smelled like so funny. Because they turned it into like a blue fragrance, and I know I'm kind of like getting off track, but I just love everything from the Dior Homme line because of that really classy iris in there. So what I meant to say is, like, if you can't find this, you can try the Givenchy Gentleman. I think it's the Reserve one or the Eau de Parfum in the black bottle. I think those are quite nice, and they're kind of in line with this. And actually, I have less of it left than I thought I did, which is very sad. I thought I had more. So the next scent I want to share with you is Lenu Fruttati. It is by L'Herbalario. So this scent may be a bit hard to find. I think it's still in production, but the issue is that I purchased this when I was in Italy because L'Herbalario is an Italian brand, and I am not sure like where you could purchase it right now if you're in North America. Anyway, Lenu Fruttati is a pear scent. It has pear, vanilla, and it also has licorice in it. So it really smells like a soft stewed pear, and it has like a scoop of vanilla ice cream on the side. And that vanilla ice cream, again, is kind of like, it has this sort of lotion quality. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just my nose and what I'm smelling these days, but it has that lotion smell that I really love. It's very smooth and pretty and well blended, and I'm someone who doesn't love licorice, but I think this is a licorice that is quite interesting, and it doesn't overtly smell like in-your-face licorice. Not the same way like Pink Sugar does, or even Lyra from Xerjoff has a lot of licorice in it. This is done just so beautifully, and it feels so warm for the season. It smells really comforting. Next, I have two scents from Lush, so I'll just talk about this one first. This is Lord of Misrule. Look at the cute little 30ml bottle. It is just a vanilla and patchouli scent, and I don't know why it smells so festive because it is literally just vanilla and patchouli. Maybe it reminds people of like, Christmas candles or something. I'm not totally sure. The patchouli is very tame in here. I would say it's like a 50-50 mix of vanilla and patchouli, but the patchouli is not like, it's not earthy, it's not skanky, it's not like dirty or anything. It really is just like a nice mellow patchouli and vanilla that smells really sweet and good. I feel like this scent reminds me a little bit of like scented erasers, and I don't know why. I haven't heard anyone else say that, but it just does, and it's not bad at all. Like, I really love it. Next I have this one. This is new to my collection. This is Cardamom Coffee. I sort of hemmed and hawed about buying this for a really long time, and then I just bit the bullet and bought it. It's because I spent a long time not buying things, and then once I did start buying things again, I can talk about that later. But anyway, once I started buying things, I was very selective about what I was purchasing. Cardamom Coffee is like a cardamom and coffee scent, obviously. It smells really, really good. It smells so luxurious. But the thing is, a lot of people may say this just smells like cardamom and coffee, and that is not true because I have a scent. So I own this scent by Akro. It is called Awake. And this is legitimately like a cardamom and coffee scent with just a little bit, like it has sugar. Cardamom, coffee, and sugar, like that's it. But if you smell these side by side, they smell different. And it's because cardamom coffee has a backbone of rose, oud, and like I think they list olive branch. It smells almost in the realm of like luxury fragrances. If you know, when you smell a scent by like Christian Louboutin or like Armani Prive or Celine or whatever, like it has this very luxury smell, and I feel like this is almost approaching that like luxury smell area. It's just not as well blended as those luxury scents, but it smells so just incredible. So I don't like showing you guys full bottles because like obviously I haven't worn them and I'm recommending them to you, but I finished a 5 milliliter decant of this, and I tested it in the store like a million times before I purchased it, so I'm not you can't call me a hypocrite, okay? It's just full because I used it in other forms. The lasting power is great, the sillage is great. I would recommend checking this one out, but you have to be strategic when you visit Lush to find this, because in my area anyway, it's harder to find. It only comes out like in a certain season. I think like at the beginning of fall it comes out. It like sells out immediately, and then like you can't buy it for another year basically. I rambled on for so long. I just wanted to say this is such a warming scent. It is really, spicy, and it kind of like perks you up, but it makes you feel cozy. Next I have some designer adjacent scents, just because I couldn't find enough Christmassy scents in my collection to recommend you guys to make this list. Like, can you believe it? I just think that a lot of designer scents are created to be very suitable for all year round use. So it's never overtly Christmassy, right? Because you're supposed to wear it all year. That's why there's not a ton of like true designers on this list. But anyway, let me continue with the rest of the scents. So this is Armani Prive's Rouge Malachite. This is actually the old bottle, because you can see my plaque is like, my bottle is fully red. The new one has a gold plaque with black writing, and actually I like the look of the old bottle. I'm a big fan of this like monochrome look. This is a beautiful, bombastic, gorgeous tuberose scent. I would definitely wear it to a Christmas party. I honestly can't even imagine wearing it outside of that type of event, just because it's so luxurious. You must be a tuberose lover to love this. It is super well blended, but basically what I mainly smell is of course tuberose, and I actually get this kind of like ylang ylang banana-y quality, but just a little bit. But I love the scent of banana, so I'm really happy that it smells like that. It is so intoxicating. It leaves this gorgeous trail around you. It has this beautiful cloud of sillage. There's a really designer raw-ish amber base in here. It doesn't smell like that dusty type of amber that you might get when you have like a true amber with labdanum and stuff. You must love white florals to enjoy this. It smells a little bit heady, but it never really reaches like indolic status at all. I mean, I guess as some people would say, this is like a grown woman scent, so I highly recommend checking this out, especially if you're planning to like go to a party or something. Maybe you want to try this one. And also I did mention that this is the old bottle because I watched someone's review where they actually finished a bottle of this and they had the newer release, like the newer format, and they said that the scent barely lasted on them and nobody could smell it. And that is, you know, not my experience with this, so I'm not sure if they reformulated it or something, but if you are interested, definitely go test it out first before purchasing anything. Now, the last two bottles I have here are very reflective, so I'm gonna try not to blind you guys. These unfortunately are both discontinued. I am like 99.9% certain. I apologize, but I just wanted to share these with you. So this is Lancôme's Tubereuse Castane. This is a tuberose and chestnut scent, and the tuberose, it basically just smells like those two things, tuberose and chestnut. And actually, let me show you the gorgeous bottle. It is so, oh, there I am. It is so pretty. I've worn it a bunch, but you can barely see the dent just because it is really, really strong. And I can only wear it in the dead of winter. It has to be very cold because the scent actually smells quite perfumey to me. And you know, I kind of struggle with very perfumey scents, as I mentioned before. But I would say this is an equal blend of tuberose. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm gonna hold it this way. This is an equal blend of tuberose and chestnut. And I've explained tuberose, you know, I think people know what tuberose smells like if you've ever smelled one. It's quite strong. But the chestnut is more interesting because I think a lot of people don't really know what chestnut truly smells like. The note of chestnut, I think people associate it with like, you know, the dessert like a Mont Blanc where they have like the chestnut paste or whatever that's very sweet. That is kind of what a chestnut smells like, I guess, but a true chestnut smells very raw. It smells like a raw, uncooked nut. It smells kind of earthy and nutty. So I once had a shower gel from Lush called Chestnuts Roasting on the Fire or something like that, and it was like bright orange and it smelled, it was just really bad because I was like I'd be taking a shower and then my shower gel would smell like raw nuts and dirt. So that's kind of what chestnut smells like unless you do it up with a lot of like sweetness in your fragrance. So I think the chestnut in here still retains a slight bit of that earthy quality, but it's done in a very beautiful and refined way. This is something that is really elevated for this time of year, but I think it still smells very festive just because, you know, chestnuts roasting on the fireplace, that's a thing, right? So if you are able to sample this, I would recommend at least testing it, you know, even if you can't track down a bottle, just smell it. The combination of tuberose or like even white florals and chestnut is kind of rare. Like you don't really see it that often, so it's quite a unique scent. This one, clearly, I really, really love it. This is probably my favorite scent from the Maison Lancôme line, and I own a lot of them and I really love a lot of them, but this one is just such a standout for me. The bottle is crazy reflective again, I'm so sorry, but this is what the plaque looks like. This is Rose's Berberanza. This is just, I am a certified rose lover. I love rose so much. It is probably my favorite floral, even considering all the white florals and the other florals. You know, rose is my favorite flower. So this smells kind of like, it smells like a very jammy rose with a ton of like powdered sugar on top, but it's never overwhelming. The sweetness is done in such a refined way. And I've heard that it has been compared to like baklava. It is really sweet. It does have a pistachio note in it as well, and I adore the pistachio. Like, I don't think I have any other fragrances with pistachio because this is the one. Nothing can compare to this one. The opening smells weird. If you look at reviews, the opening smells weird. But I think people who own this fragrance and love it have this kind of like pipeline where they are first off put by the opening and then slowly the opening becomes the best part of the scent. It is just like a little bit tart, very jammy, sweet, delicious. I cannot say enough good things. Again, this is so mouth-watering. I'm gonna stop because I just like, I open the thing and I just can't stop smelling it. I would say, you know, I'll go out on a leg here and say that if it was Christmas time, if it was December all year long and I had a signature scent, it would be this one. If I had an unlimited supply of it, clearly I do not. I'm just so in love with this. And this is making me so sad that I actually have like a perfume tray to work on because I pull this out and all I want to do is wear it. And I wish I just like, I wish I went outside more so that people could also smell this because it smells fantastic. And of course, Longevity Sillage are great too. It's so feminine and pretty and yummy and it's gourmand, and you know, I'm so sick of gourmands, but I'll never be sick of this. It's so good. I've been rambling on for like 4 minutes about how good it is, so I'm just gonna stop. So that's my list. I'm sorry that some of these are really hard to find, as I mentioned. I just wanted to share them with you guys. So please let me know what you're planning on wearing or what you have been wearing this season, if it's gotten you in the festive mood or not. I will love to hear it in the comments. And oh, one more thing that I wanted to mention. It's actually another fragrance. So I don't have it with me right now, but one of the most Christmassy scents that is in my memory is actually from my father. So my dad, he wears, or he used to wear, Burberry London all the time. Like every Christmas he would wear Burberry London for men. It's the one in the sort of like Burberry print bottle. It's like a tobacco kind of scent. I associate that with Christmas, even though I would personally not wear it. Like that's my dad's fragrance. That's an excellent one, particularly for men, that I just think it smells so good and it's affordable and it's like Christmas in a bottle. So yeah, now I'm done. So thank you guys so much for watching and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.